Hi guys, so today I'm going to be doing a Q&A. It's been a really long time since I did a personal Q&A with you guys on YouTube. If you don't follow me on Instagram, I do them quite frequently, I would say, and I love to catch up with you guys. It's something that is really important to me, just so if you're interested in knowing a little more about me, I feel like Q&As is a good way for you guys to kind of get closer to me and understand a little more about me as a person or what's going on in my life and stuff. So personally, I'm a big fan of Q&As, but I feel like I don't do them frequently enough on YouTube. So today I'm probably going to do my most personal Q&A that I've done. And I'm kind of anxious about it. I actually asked you guys on Instagram to ask me some questions, and this was several weeks ago now, before I went away for Christmas and New Year, but I wanted to film the video now. So I've saved the questions on my phone and I'm gonna go ahead and film it now, just because I didn't have much time before I went away to Australia at the end of the year, and I didn't want to rush the Q&A and make it, I don't know, messy. So I wanted to do it today in 2023. And yeah, let's just make it very chill, casual. It's definitely going to be a very long-winded video, so grab a cup of coffee, tea, a drink, a cocktail, a mocktail, whatever you like, and let's get into it. The first question came up a lot. A lot of you guys are interested in Pierre and I's business, and I'm so excited because at the point of filming right now, Pierre and I have launched our teaser video and we've launched the Instagram account of the business that we've been working on for 3 freaking years. So guys, we are launching a mobile app dedicated to perfumery. I don't want to make this Q&A solely focused around the business, because I want to do a separate video of Pierre and I together discussing the app and how it came about and how it was kind of birthed into the world. Why did that sound so weird? I don't want to answer too many questions about it without Pierre by my side, because it's our business. It's not just my business, it's both of us. So yeah, but guys, it feels so good to finally be able to say what we've been working on, because it's been a secret for such a long time. And yeah, we launched an app. It's such a crazy thing, and I feel really like I get imposter syndrome a lot, especially working inside of the fragrance industry, and talking to people about the app, and I feel imposter syndrome big time, so I need to kind of get over it. But I definitely feel that way, so it doesn't really feel real, it doesn't feel like me, but it's just something that I'm gonna have to grow and learn to kind of be more confident with myself. But the app is absolutely incredible. We've spent so long creating this beautiful platform for all of you guys to use and to feel like it's a community. And I know that sounds a little bit cheesy. This was our drive when creating this app, because I have such a beautiful and incredible and large community of you guys that follow me on YouTube especially. I wanted to create this app for you guys, and I swear to God, I swear, that is what I had in mind when we were creating the app together, is that I want to do so many cool things for you guys within the app. I want to give you free fragrances. I want to bring you onto trips. I want you guys to get to experience the things that I have gotten to experience being in the fragrance industry now. I want you guys to get to experience the same things as me, because truly it is incredible. So just know that when you're downloading the app, it's called Sniff, by the way. I probably should have said that. Know that when you're using Sniff, when you're reviewing fragrances, when you're purchasing fragrances through our affiliate links, you are giving back to us, and we want to give back to you always. We have a monthly raffle. We have so many things that are trying to give back to you guys, because I would be absolutely nowhere if it wasn't for you guys, and it wasn't for you guys watching my fragrance reviews. And you guys really put my name on the map in the fragrance industry, so I can never thank you enough for that, and I will try as hard as I can to give it back to you guys through Sniff. I will do everything. I just organized 3 free fragrances to be given out in January. I've done so many things. We're also offering a trip, but I kind of have to keep that a secret for now. I'm not even sure if I can say that. There is a trip coming up. Shh. and we're inviting 2 of you guys somewhere incredible. So I want to move on to the next question. I don't want to talk too much about the business, but just know that this is gonna be incredible. For me, for Pierre, and for you guys, this is going to be incredible. The next question is, will you be starting a podcast? Yes, 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 yes. I cannot wait to start this new podcasting adventure. I just feel like I have so much that I want to talk about. I have so much that I want to discuss and put out into the world. Like, I don't just want to be this face of fragrance, that's all. Like, I really want to talk to you guys about life, about relationships, about sex, about I don't know, addiction, mental illness. I want to talk about absolutely everything on my podcast. I want it to be my most personal outlet, because it's kind of hard to talk about personal things while I'm reviewing fragrances. I like to keep my fragrance videos nice and quick and easy and just about fragrance, but on a podcast, I'm not going to be discussing fragrance. Best believe I'm going to be talking about everything, and I feel like I have learned so much in my short 24 years on this planet, but I feel like I could definitely offer a lot to you guys of what I have learned, and I am always trying to grow. I want to grow so much. It's just like, I want to grow and I want to change and I want to become so many different things. I want to become the person that I really aspire to be. And that sounds like a little quote, but it's true. Like, I'm not currently feeling like I'm living up to my potential, and I really want to get there. Personally, I'm talking about, and I want to go through that journey with you guys on my podcast. So I just think that it could be incredible. And yeah, I love podcasts. I listen to them every single day, whether I'm cleaning, whether I'm putting on my makeup, whether I'm, I don't know, cooking. I am always listening to a podcast. I find them so relaxing, so comforting. It feels like you kind of have a friend that's sitting there with you and talking with you. And if you're wondering what I listen to, I like to listen to Emma Chamberlain. I also really like Caitlin Nolan. She is amazing. Like, I absolutely love her podcast. Obviously the classics like Call Her Daddy and stuff, and Emily Ratajkowski, she has an amazing podcast. I like several of the episodes that she's posted so far in her podcasting journey. And yeah, there's a lot, but those are probably like the ones that I'm listening to at the moment, especially Caitlin Nolan. She's very inspiring to me. So yeah, I definitely want to start a podcast. I think it will be something really different, something new, and I can share more about myself, more about my experiences, relationships, everything with you guys. And that's my new kind of like exciting thing that I would like to achieve in 2023. So we'll see how that goes. I did buy a mic, but my dog, he chewed the cord, so I need to get that sorted. Favorite TV shows? On a lighter note, guys, I am freaking obsessed with White Lotus. The White Lotus, especially season 2, is just, I know it's like such a hype. Like, I've seen everybody obsessed with White Lotus, White Lotus, White Lotus, White Lotus. And I was kind of like, what is this hype? So I wanted to, of course, watch it myself. And I freaking love it. Like, it is an incredible show. It is so freaking good. And also another show that I just watched, like, you guys are gonna be like, are you seriously telling us that you just watched this show now? But yes, because I didn't have OSN on my TV and I just got it. I watched Euphoria season 1 and 2, and I really did enjoy it. I wouldn't say it's like my favorite show in the world, but I did enjoy it and I thought it was a good show. And on OSN, you can also watch Sex and the City, which is one of my all-time favorite top 5 shows of the entire world, and I'm gonna go ahead and start to rewatch it like maybe later tonight. So yeah, the 2 shows that I'm currently obsessed with, it's White Lotus and Euphoria kind of, but White Lotus is elite. Do you still struggle with mental illness? Yes, I do. I think it's great that mental health and struggling with mental health has become a lot more, how do I say that, accepted online especially. And I think that that is fantastic. Like, it's become normal to talk about your mental health and to talk about your struggles and stuff. So I think that that's a great step forward. There is still obviously a lot of work to be done, but I do think that there is way less of a stigma attached around mental health now, which is great. Myself, I kind of went through the ringer with it. I had anorexia when I was younger, bulimia, binge eating disorder, which are all mental health issues. I've had anxiety since I can remember, and depression, and also suicidal. I don't know how to explain that, but maybe in another video on my podcast maybe. But yeah, I think the things that I now struggle with quite a bit is anxiety and panic attacks, unfortunately. I recently had a panic attack, you guys, and it was so bad. I was speaking at a fragrance exhibition, kind of, but it was online, so it was kind of like a Zoom, and I just freaked out. The moment that they told me that I was live and there was an audience of professionals from the freaking industry, like there was people all there with their suits, like I just panicked, and it was so traumatizing. And it wasn't the fault of the people who were inviting me to speak. They were so kind to me and so nice, but I just lost it. The moment that he said, "You're live," I ran away from the screen. I couldn't breathe. I ran to Pierre. I started like grabbing things. I couldn't function. It was just insane. My breathing was insane. It was just so bad, you guys. Like, this was a really bad panic attack that I recently had. And yeah, anyways, the long story is everyone was very nice to me. I actually went on the camera and I finished the interview, and I did apologize to the audience. I said, "I'm so sorry, I suffer with like really bad social anxiety and anxiety in general, and I just had a panic attack, and I'm so sorry." And I think honesty was the best way to approach that situation, because I literally just ran away from the screen. So people were like messaging me like, "Hey Demi, I think it's your turn to speak," and stuff, and it was just so embarrassing, so humiliating, and just anyways, I got over it. I managed to speak, answer all of my questions and do it, but it definitely took me a while to get there, and I was really grateful because Pierre, he really helped me through it as well. So it was just yeah, I got there eventually. But I do definitely struggle a lot with anxiety, social anxiety, especially like anything public I get really anxious about. And I also have depression, but that kind of comes in waves. I don't just have like a consistent depression. I have ups and downs. I feel like in general I'm quite a moody person. Depending on what time of the month it is and stuff, I can be really moody. Like, as I'm filming this right now, I'm about to get my period, so I feel really agitated for the past like few days. I'm very agitated and kind of moody and stuff, and I feel like that's just because of the time of the month. But in general, I can get very depressed. I can go through, like, I don't know how to explain it, but just that horrible feeling of you feel a little bit worthless, and you just feel like it's hard to do absolutely anything. And this happens to me quite often, where I just get these moments of depression. They can last a few days, or it can last maybe a few weeks. If it's really bad, it can last a few weeks, but lucky for me, it hasn't really gotten that bad recently. But I can definitely get those days where I don't have it in me to do anything but sit on the couch, which is really difficult, and it makes you feel really lazy and worthless and, I don't know, stupid, that you just can't motivate yourself to work and move and go to the gym and do this. It really is like a horrible feeling. It really is the worst feeling to have depression, but I know that a lot of people do struggle with it. A lot of people around me actually struggle with it, and a lot of people online I hear talking about it. So it kind of makes me feel a lot better knowing that we're all kind of accepting that it's quite normal to have these moments of depression, and we can kind of accept them, live in the moment with them, and then move on when we're feeling better. I definitely still struggle with it, but I am always trying to understand my emotions better and kind of just let them be and let them pass, if you know what I mean, instead of fighting with myself if I'm having a really off day or days where I just want to do nothing. I'm trying to allow myself to do that in order to like move forward. So that's what I'm kind of working on, and I definitely want to work on my mental health even more this year. I did start to see a psychologist the end of last year, but I wasn't very consistent with it, so I would like to try and be more consistent with psychology this year. The only thing is that it's really expensive, so that kind of sucks, but I think it's a good investment to to better your future, yourself, your mental health, everything. So I will make the investment, and I do want to stay consistent with seeing a psychologist because I do think that it's helpful to understand your emotions, other people's emotions, how to react to situations. I think it's really good. So that's my thoughts on it. How to navigate a long-term relationship. That's a difficult one because I feel like it's so different for like everyone. I think it's something I would like to talk on my podcast about, but how to navigate a long-term relationship. It's a hard question because it's so like broad. For Pierre and I feel like we're really a very unique couple because we live together. We live together like almost immediately after meeting each other, which is not ideal, but it was because of the COVID situation. That's why we ended up being together so quickly. We live together, work together, have 2 dogs together, and yeah, like everything is together. So we do have kind of an unusual situation. I know a lot of my friends that are in relationships, they both have their separate jobs and then they come together. But for us, it's work, sleep, eat, live, dogs, like everything is together, which can be a good or a bad thing. But I think in our case, it doesn't affect us too much at all because I think we're a nice pairing. I would like to think that because we have very complementary personalities, I would say. We're very different, but it works. I don't know how to give advice on navigating a long-term relationship, but I definitely think you need to, obviously, number one, and you guys already know what I'm going to say, is communicate with each other, which is something that I am not so good at. So I have become a lot better since I have been in my relationship. But at the beginning, you best believe I was not saying anything, and I was blowing up at some point, like a few months later or a few weeks later, because I was holding everything in. That doesn't really happen to me anymore. I do feel like I can express myself much more openly. Okay, so the next question, it might be a little loud because my dogs are in the room. But the next question is, what is your fitness routine? Now, I am gonna call myself out right now, and it's something that I hate about myself. I hate it. I am extremely inconsistent, especially when it comes to exercise. I can become fixated on like a specific type of exercise for a few weeks, and then I like go away for a travel or something, and then I just don't do it again. And I am so bad at this. Like the end of last year, I started running again because I've ran many times in my life during like 3 months periods to 6 months periods to like 1 month period. Like I'm always fluctuating with my fitness routine, and like I said, that is something that I truly despise about myself. I need to get way better at this. But yeah, so end of last year I was running around like 8 kilometers, and I became really like invested in running. I was watching running videos, I was looking at like the best sneakers to buy, the best this, blah 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 blah. Like I was in my running era, and then I don't know what happened. I went away, and I think I was away for like 2 weeks or something, and I didn't get the chance to run or anything like that. And then when I came back, I couldn't find the motivation to go back, and it just kind of like trickled away. Same with Pilates. I absolutely love Pilates. I think it is freaking fantastic, and don't shit on Pilates. It actually is hard. I don't like when people say that like Pilates is easy, it's this, it's that. Pilates is actually very difficult, and I love the the journey of Pilates. Like, it's all about lengthening and like building lean muscles and toning. I love Pilates. I think it's absolutely amazing. It's really good for your flexibility, for your strength, for toning, for mental health. It is really, really nice. I have an app on my phone that I use for my Pilates exercises. It's the Melissa Wood Health app. I subscribe to it. It's probably one of the only apps that I've paid for in my life, and it is fantastic. Like, it's really easy to follow along. You can pick what sort of level of difficulty that you want to do, and I've just found like the whole experience is great. So that's what I do. I actually do my Pilates in this perfume room. I just put my mat down and I do it. But that's another thing. I was super consistent with my Pilates, doing it every single day, or like at least 4 to 5 times a week for like 2 months. And then I went on a trip and I tried to do some Pilates, but it didn't really work. And then I just stopped doing it. Like, it trickled away like usual. So yeah, that is my biggest problem, is being extremely inconsistent, especially with exercise. So it is 2023. At the time that I'm filming this, it's the 19th of January, and I have done Pilates twice this year. Like, that's it. Like, I did it the other day, and then I was like, oh, I kind of feel my period coming, so I'm not going to do it today. I did it one more day and then I stopped. So I really I need to get back into it, because I always notice a difference, and it's so crazy to me how closely associated your mental health and fitness is together. And I'm not joking to you guys. As someone who has struggled with mental health a lot in their life, when I was consistently running, like most days, maybe 4 or 5 times a week, I felt so happy, so positive, so confident. I felt so freaking good in my mental health. I don't think it had been that good for a very long time, and I just need to get back to that, because I'm not feeling currently so good in the way that I feel, the way that I look and stuff. So I really need to get back into some sort of stable fitness routine, because it really makes a difference to my mental health at least. And I really recommend you guys as well, let's do it together, because I really don't want to run or go to the gym or do anything these days. So let's try to get on this journey together. What is your favorite cuisine? My favorite cuisine, I have several. I like Asian fusion. That's not really a cuisine, that's like a restaurant. I love Japanese. I love a good sushi, sashimi, nigiri night. I am obsessed. I love that it's, I don't know, I never feel sick and heavy and bloated after I eat Japanese. That's not why I love it. I just love the texture and the taste of raw fish in general. So yeah, I love Japanese. It's one of my favorite cuisines for sure. I also really love Lebanese. It's probably like my second favorite cuisine. I adore Lebanese food. Hummus, mutabar, rahib, moussaka, falafel, hummus. I already said hummus. You can tell that I love it. Chicken shawarma, of course. Chicken shawarma is my life. It is my favorite thing to get. After we've come back from like a long flight, we land in Dubai, we always have a chicken shawarma. It's like our ritual. We have to get a chicken shawarma after a long flight. I also like Italian, of course. Everyone likes Italian. Who doesn't like pasta, pizza, and burrito? But for me, Italian food is never crazy in my opinion. Like, it's always good, but it's never crazy. Japanese can be crazy. Like, you can have some crazy dishes and some crazy experiences with Japanese food. And Lebanese, it's like, for me, the ultimate comfort food in the entire world. And I also love Mexican. Can't forget about Mexican food, except for the coriander. Like, stop putting coriander on everything. I hate coriander, you guys. Like, I hate it. I can detect the smallest bit of coriander in my food. And I hate to be that sort of like princess, I'm not eating that, but I absolutely despise the taste of coriander. So even if there is a small bit in my food, I am disgusted. Like, I hate coriander. I wish I didn't though, because it's kind of in like every single dish on the planet. I think that I'll make this my last question. It's, do you like Dubai now that you've lived there for a while? Yes. You guys, I really love it here. I never thought that I would say that because I don't know if I mentioned it on my, oh yeah, I did mention it on my YouTube channel, but I had a really hard time when I first moved here. I think it happens to anyone that moves away from their hometown into a city that they've never lived before, that's very far away. I was so lost, so confused, so disorientated by living in this new country like UAE. I was just kind of, I was shocked, like I was completely shocked, and it took me a long time to accept the fact that I was living here and this was my home. Like I kept my Australian number, I didn't want to drive here, like I made sure like that in case I wanted to go back to Australia, I had those things ready to move back, because it was really hard for me to accept the fact that I was living in Dubai. But I think it just took me a lot of time to adjust to everything here, because it's obviously extremely different from Australia. Like they're completely opposite countries, to be honest. And now I love it here, and I can genuinely say that. And I know that there is a lot of weird stuff online about Dubai, but you have to come here to see it for yourself. Maybe some of you don't want to, which is totally fine, and that's okay. But if you've ever been curious about Dubai and UAE in general, take a trip here and see, because it's actually a really special place. And I absolutely adore living here. I use the word and emphasize the word living because there is a lot of things that make it such a great place to settle down and live. For me, one of the biggest things is safety. Like I never feel scared in Dubai, and I'm a very paranoid person. That's a quality that I don't like about myself, but I am very paranoid. So whenever I would get into an Uber, I would always feel like, you know, always checking my phone to make sure it's going the right way. I'm an extremely paranoid person. In Dubai, I am not really paranoid. Of course, I'm a little bit paranoid, but that's because it's me. But in general, I feel so safe here. Whenever I get a taxi, an Uber, whenever I walk at night, whenever I leave my bag on the desk while I go to the toilet at a restaurant or a Starbucks or something, I feel safe. I feel so safe. Comparing it to cities like Paris, for instance, I remember when I was in Paris middle of last year, I was having drinks with Pierre and his friend, and I had to walk. It was nighttime, so it was maybe like 12 a.m. and I had to walk about 100 meters to get back home. I was terrified. Like I was terrified, especially because like a week earlier, there was like reports of a woman getting raped in Paris and things like that. So for me, safety is so important, and for everyone, safety is so important, and that's something that you don't have to wish for in Dubai. It's already here. People are so nice, everything is so safe, children are safe, adults are safe, women are safe, everyone is safe here, which is what I love. And I think that they have put laws into place to make it so safe. I really respect that about the country. Alongside safety, I would say the service, which is kind of that sounds like a princess thing to say, but it's true. The service is unmatched to anywhere in the world. There is people willing to help you at any second. Like tonight, I just called because my oven broke and I needed to get it fixed. Actually, my oven broke 1 year ago and I just called today, and somebody is here straight away to fix it. Like there is nothing compared to the Dubai service. When you go to a restaurant, the waiters are so kind, so nice, so willing and ready to help you, to take out your chair. They're just the best. The airport, if you're like a little bit lost, because Dubai airport is huge, if you don't know where your gate is, somebody is there to help you straight away. Just the service here, it is incredible, impeccable, 10 out of 10. It is amazing. It's also very diverse. You have the beach, you have the desert, you have the city, you have malls, you have everything. So I find it to be really diverse. And lastly, I would say my favorite thing is that it is a fantastic place to meet like-minded people. I feel like Dubai is a very innovative city with a lot of different cultures, a lot of different people, a lot of different industries. And I feel like in terms of what we're doing, Pierre and I, with the app and with my YouTube and fragrance and everything, I feel like it's the perfect place to be. There is always people from the fragrance industry either passing through Dubai or based in Dubai that we can always meet with and connect with. There is people from different industries that want to know what you're doing. Everyone in Dubai seems to be doing something with themselves and with their careers. I find that to be really, really motivating and a nice like atmosphere. All these people that are really trying to achieve something, it puts you in a nice state of mind that everyone is kind of achieving their goals. It makes you motivated. So I would say that those are probably like the main things that I love about living here. Did I mention culture? I think I did, because I've learned so much about different cultures while I've been living here that I did not learn in Australia. That is it, you guys. I hope that you enjoyed this very long-winded Q&A. And I would love to do like more Q&As. Maybe I will save it for my podcast and I will do a lot of like deep dive into more like personal questions. So let me know if you guys are interested in that. And of course, don't forget that Pierre and I's business, our app Sniff, is launching really soon. It's the 19th today and we're actually launching the app on the 22nd. So depending on when I edit and upload this video, the app might already be live, which is crazy. And I'm just so excited, and I cannot reiterate enough to you guys how much I want this to be the ultimate platform to be a part of as someone in the fragrance community. I have so many exciting things in mind that I want to do to give back to you guys as a community, because like I said earlier, I wouldn't have any opportunities at all if it wasn't for you. So that means a lot to me. It's something that I will never forget, and I want to do everything that I can with our business to make sure that we can give back to you with free products, with trips. I'm just so excited. Whenever I think about it in my mind, I just cannot wait. Of course, in order to do all of that, we need your guys' support. So make sure that when the app is live, you guys download it, you review a lot of products, and if you can, you purchase your fragrances through our affiliate links so that we can organize like exciting trips and stuff like that for you guys. So anyway, thank you guys so much for watching this video. I hope that you enjoyed it, and I will see you very, very, very soon. Bye bye.